Welcome to Brown's Rod and Custom, your home for street rods, muscle cars, and Volkswagen content. This is my dad, Big Ron. He's our body man and fabricator. This is my beautiful wife, Megan, our editor-in-chief and supporter. And this is me, Adam, the designer and mechanic for our projects. If you find our videos helpful, like and subscribe for more content. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Brown's Rod and Custom. Wanted to give you a quick little video update here. Lots of work been happening. It's not the sexy stuff, you know, it's nothing too exciting. It's really just a lot of block sanding. But a lot of things are sanding out, and we're making a lot of headway here on the 73 Volkswagen thing. We had an issue. We tried putting the hood seal on, something other than blocking. How can I explain this? This piece here didn't exist. Okay, it had rotted off. So we made this from here all the way across. Now this, one, is a little thicker than the sides, but two, we made it a little too high. So we went ahead today and trimmed up from here all the way down and around to there. Now doing that made the hood fit a lot better. It was sitting way up on the sides and in the back. It was off by about, I don't know, less than half an inch, but close. So we took care of that, got everything where it needs to be for the most part. I do think I'm going to take just a hair off right here, trim this up just a little bit more, just so I'm still a little high here, just a hair, but I fit great everywhere else. The other thing that we need to do, this is an aftermarket panel, and when we put everything together, this is too high. So we need to take, you know, something like that off. But we're going to figure out what that measurement is and whatnot, because right now as it sits here, the hood's teeter-tottering, right? And causing it to be a little high here and here. So we're going to take care of that, and that'll be probably, I don't know, next day or two. We'll get that taken care of. Now, what we did get done, we'll start here. So I started today on the back and around the passenger side block sanding. I've got some B-roll footage of that you guys will see. Ron went ahead and started here, doing the door jambs, going up and around, and then, so you got the door jambs. He took care of all of this here, because I sanded up to here. But this, you know, I can't get a block in there, so I just kept doing what I could do with the block. Ron took care of the vents. I blocked the whole back. It's looking really good, feeling really good. Ron did up here. And then as you come around here, this side of the car was probably the roughest side honestly, by a lot. This feels great. We've sanded all this down. Ron is he got to here. But tomorrow we're going to hit this vent. We'll hit up here, kind of get it dialed in. But I've done everything from here up other than the vents and right here. Went down the rocker, the pillar, so on. All of this got block sanded. All of this got block sanded. Turn my camera back on. We've got a little work to do right here. We need to sand that down. I did block across here. And really one of the harder things I've done on this, I started blocking all of this, right? So to do that, I had to put my, you know, 6'2", 260 body in that hole to get to there. But got that done, got all this done and around the sides, so on. All of this is pretty close. I still have to do some of this, but really we just kind of ran out of time. But otherwise, that all got done. Ron worked on up under the dash here. All of this is pretty much sanded, ready for the next coat. We still have to do under the dash here and this, and then, you know, on back. But hoping, I would like by Thursday to have this full car primed, with the exception of the engine bay. That would be fantastic if we could pull that off. This will be the only thing not done because we still have work to do back here, a little welding and grinding and whatnot. We did buy some new primer. We ran out of the U-pole high build. I bought some of the, I think it's Evercoat slick sand, which they said my dad's used in the past. He said it's like spraying body filler. So that should take care of a lot. That is what this entire car is going to get coated in next. That's the next coat. So that's exciting. I think that once we get that sand on and then sanded down, I think we're going to be very close. I've got some stuff I have to do tomorrow, but Ron's going to run around this and finish sanding the vents on the other side and the door jambs over there. It shouldn't take too long. And then he's going to start spot filling anywhere we've got little nicks or chips or anything like that, and get all that taken care of. And then we'll be inside here sanding, trying to get the inside ready, and then get this thing primed by Thursday. That's our goal. So that's happening. Some other exciting news. Our front brake drums have shipped from J-Bugs on the 18th. So hopefully we'll be putting front brakes on this thing here shortly. That'll give us our pedal, our third pedal. And so we have that going. And I'm getting ready on the 40. My dad's birthday is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Everybody celebrates his birthday. But you know, you guys know we're going to be putting a turbo 350 automatic transmission in the 40 Ford. We have the transmission, we have the mount, we have everything but a shifter. My mom, grandma, and me and my wife are going in and getting them a low car shifter, a new low car shifter to go in here. And as you guys know, everything's just stupid expensive. I think a new low car shifter is like $450, $500. So, but that's going to be coming. And once it gets here, it'll be after May 5th. But that we actually do the work. But hopefully by May 5th I'll have it so I can give it to them. And we'll go ahead and we'll have everything at that point to put the automatic transmission into that car. And that will happen relatively quick. Probably a day or two. Honestly, I think it'll be a day. But we'll get that in and try to get this thing driving around the neighborhood, make sure it shifts, does all the things it's supposed to do. And that'll be huge for that car. Something else that we're doing, buying some paint guns, guys. I know some of you guys are painters and whatnot, but right now, I'll show you what we got. So, like 4 years ago, I bought the DeVilbiss starting line kit. Came with, I think it was a paint gun, a primer gun, and a touch-up gun. This one has seen better days. It needs to be rebuilt. We do have a rebuild kit. We also have the old school, tried and true Banks 2001. But what I'm wanting to do is, I was up at the paint store and got to talking to the guys about paint guns, because, you know, I'm not a painter. I've painted some in the past, not a lot. I went to auto body school, you know, but we're talking 20 years ago. But long story short, they had the DeVilbiss DV1, There's two guns. One of them is a clear coat gun. One of them is a base coat gun. They are not cheap, but you know, and with talking with Megan, my wife, and with Ron and everything, you know, if we're going to be doing this, we need to kind of come around with the times a little bit on equipment and make some investments. And I think getting a couple top of the line, really good spray guns would really help us. And I think maybe, you know, with, you know, Ron's not 40 years old anymore, and you know, we both have, you know, not the best eyes and so on. I think getting some guns that might be a little forgiving might be a decent idea. So what we'd like to do is I want to get them before I paint this car. My paint shop's got them up there. I think they're running like $650 a piece, something like that. But what I'd like to do is get them and practice on this, right? You know, set up a door that's ready to paint and paint it, try different things with it, see how that all goes, and then kind of dial ourselves in with the guns. And then really the idea, you know, we're going to paint this red, it's going to look great. But with these guns, from what I understand, you can put down some absolutely beautiful finishes, and that's what we're looking for. Because the next thing to get painted, and it will happen rather quickly, is the 40 Ford, and it's going black, jet black. So the body work is right. This car is almost perfectly straight. We're still going to block this coat of primer down, probably put another coat on it, hit any little spots, and shoot it. But you know, we got a lot of money in this car, and we're going to sell it, and we're going to sell it for a lot of money. And the new buyers and us and everything else, you almost demands a certain paint job, right, and finish quality. And we're going to try to do that by investing in these guns. And our buddy Don has got an inflatable paint booth, and brand new one, he's never used it, that we're going to try out here in the driveway when we paint the thing. We're going to paint it right here with a big inflatable paint booth. That should be interesting. Legal? I don't know, but we're going to try that out. Otherwise, it gets painted in here, and we would have to like severely deep clean this, and then probably put ourselves in a plastic tarp, you know, tarp box to try to keep dust and crap out of it. So anyway, those are some things that are coming, guys. I'll do a review of the spray guns when I get them. Probably a couple weeks away from that, but once I get them, we'll set them up. We'll do a little test with them. We got some random paint laying around and stuff. We can find something to just spray and just kind of see what we think of them, and kind of let you guys know. Really hoping to paint multiple cars a year. Figure this one, the 40, the Chevelle, the Chrysler 300 are all going to get painted probably in the next 12 months. So the idea here is to try to do that to the best of our ability, so that they turn out right. We're not wet sanding and buffing for the rest of our life. Not to say we won't be wet sanding and buffing, but you know, hopefully not terrible sanding mosquitoes out of it and shit. So that's what I've got for you. I'd like to once again thank you guys for subscribing and watching our videos. Really appreciate it. If you're watching this still and you haven't subscribed, please do. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. But it takes time, and if you pay attention to these things, new channels, they take a minute to build. So that's what we're doing, and but we really appreciate everybody that's watching, and we're going to keep putting out as good a content as we can, and growing. And we just got another one of these cameras, so that I can give you different angles while we're working. A lot of times we have these guys that come over here and hang out, all the neighborhood car guys. They like to put their ass right in front of the camera every time, and most of the time it's the same two guys, but we're going to try to get it to where there's multiple angles, and if they decide to team up and both put their ass in front of both cameras, then we're going to have a conversation. But anyway, guys, tomorrow I should have another video for you, some updates on what's going on here. And also tomorrow at some point we are going over to Don's house to hang the doors on his 57 Chev 2-door post. This will be, he's got two. There's a new one that's a new body. We're not doing that one yet, but this will be on the old one that he's got, the original that we just put the 283 in. You guys have probably seen that videos, that we put the engine and transmission in, and so I'll give you some more footage on that tomorrow. Again, just trying to help out the neighborhood guys. He's a veteran, he's really a good guy, and he's got some health issues, and just can't do it. So he's trying to get people to help him. Some things he can do, some things he just can't do. Holding up a door, putting in an engine and transmission is not something that he's going to be able to do by himself. So we're just lending a hand. But I'll have a little mini series on that, and on that car. We got a lot of work we're going to be doing on that car. I just got that feeling. He would like us to paint it eventually. Actually, he'd like us to paint both of them, which might happen. Especially if I get these guns and we can lay down slick paint jobs. It's more an ability thing rather than a want thing. So anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for watching Brown's Rod and Custom, and we will keep you updated. Lots of things happening, lots of progress. Have a great night.